still love IDUBBBZ. I am not unsubbing. That guy's a comedic genius.
My balls keep telling me to let me just let me
about, and just everybody hates her guts and just like can't be honest about with you. Vault bottom of the barrel.
Could you
this
imagine?
new subscriber.
Jesus.
That's why we left him off today. You know.
Could you imagine though if your friends were just looking off behind your back to your girl, and you were just like, "Yeah, that's cool. I don't care."
But what if you're like Axl Rose in the 80s, and then your girlfriend's like an ex-model? You know they're f***ing off. Like that's what I think happened there. You can't go up and say, "I don't care if people off to my wife. Fuck it. Have a blast." You can't do it. That's how it came off. Basically, what he was trying to do is like, look, I know this is going on, and I'm going to say it out loud to show you how much it doesn't bother me, right? Because it can't bother you if your girlfriend's an E-personality or everything. But it's like Nick says, they switched. Like, this is a girl who kind of became girl. This is a girl next door that became a girl. This is not, you know, one of Adam 22's girlfriends. You know? It's a big thing. Nobody gives a shit about him, you know? And there are these people, and he is right about this, that are just way emotionally invested in this guy's relationship and hating her. Okay? There's both elements of that. The problem is, when he made this video, he insulted both of those crews. The ones that were making jokes, that were his fans, the simp joke makers, and the people that actually gave a shit about him. You know, like that guy that called in here yesterday. And there's all sorts of different extreme examples of him. He was on the low end of the spectrum as far as extreme. Guy called in yesterday. He said, I think he's in a toxic relationship. You know, it's none of your business, man. But when you go public, you know, like that guy said to me yesterday, he goes, you go public, you made it everybody's business. And he did. He made it everybody's business to kind of debate and put on shot from the point. And whatever, man. Whatever. I still love IDUBBBZ. I am not unsubbing. That guy's a comedic genius. I think anybody who does, because you can see a picture of his nipple-covered girlfriend's you know, you know, that's, you know, all right. You know, just do me a favor. When you invite me to your wedding, let me pick out your wife's burqa. All right? I mean, come on.
Getting real N-word on the show. I know he's
turn that off.
Oh, sorry. I'm watching the stream. So, hey, Tommy, what's up?
How can I help you? Hello.
Hey, Tommy, what's up? Sorry if the sound was going off. I was watching the stream.
You're on the air. What's up?
So like before I like say anything and listening to like the IDUBBBZ thing, like I want to like say that like there's a difference between like me, like there's difference between people like idolizing him and like people respecting his content. More or less, I'm on the side of like I respect him as an artist and as a content creator more than just like as people are going overboard with it and stuff and being so over exaggerating about the situation and such. But like recently, like I made a video talking about the situation about like and I was like going against the grain of like what the mob mentality would like to go say and such. But this whole like situation on both sides is kind of irrational, if I would like to say that, because like you have on one end people are acting so overreacting about like they're falling out like, well, shit, like IDUBBBZ did this thing, man. I can't respect
what
them
side?
anymore.
What side of the yard? Like I'm having a little trouble here. Like what side of the yard do you like? Do you like fall on?
Like there's a difference between like not listening to him and just like playing it off.
I can see why your video me did so shit, my dude.
Hey Augie, what's up? Nice
yeah,
to
what's the deal with that video you put out, my dude?
Hey Augie, what's up?
Yeah, you should learn how to speak before you do a video. I'm just telling you that right now.
Like, sounds like someone's a bit salty.
Do you like know this guy?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm so salty here when your video couldn't even get over 50% in the likes.
Like,
hey, Tommy, this is literally the first time I'm ever talking to Augie.
Did you like not getting enough likes?
Like.
That Lidge boy, you're on the air. You know,
I think this is one of those situations where there's wrongs on both sides.
I would agree. I think you're right.
Yeah. I think IDUBBZ would have been better off if he didn't make the video at all. If he didn't make the video at all, I think this drama would have died down after a week or two.
God, it was already dead. It was already dead. I think.
I mean,
two things happened. Either his old lady jumped in his ass, which I don't know her well enough to say that, or he wanted to stick up for the person he loves, and he didn't think it through. That's all.
Cock.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. Shadow Ninja.
Honestly, he just showed his insecurity, which made the internet just go fucking haywire.
What insecurity
because you know,
talking about? Like, what insecurity specifically are you talking? Is he
he is, but at the same time, I feel like
what was the insecurity? What was he insecure about? Is he insecure about his girlfriend being called a bunch of names on the internet? Well, is that an insecurity, or is that just like everybody would feel that way? I mean, who could be detached?
So good point. Good
girl?
point. Actually, no, I have to say,
and how can it be healthy? How can it be healthy to be detached if your girlfriend's getting a business online? This is the reason my wife will never be online. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think he's insecure.
Okay, fair point. But the thing is, right?
We all have bad days. We all have bad days, man. I've had them before too, and I've had them right on.
Yeah. For sure.
You know?
For sure.
Yeah,
it's funny. It's a clusterfuck, you know. And I have to say, a lot of people that are going after IDUBBZ and calling him a cuck or a simp and all that, there's a multitude of reasons behind it.
Leader.
How we doing, Tommy?
Tell me, buddy.
I'm not 100% here with this argument yet, Tommy. But for the purpose of like a good show, I'll give it to you. I'll give you the up version of this, so you know the hype version. This wasn't an L for IDUBBZ.
What?
This was a cash out.
You think? Is that how so?
Well, think about it. He bought the boobs for the he bought the upgrade. The outrage happened. He let it swell through, and he comes out with this video. And like the video was basically like everyone's like scratching their heads because no one sort of like it's very like it's anti-IDUBBZ. It doesn't sort of like it more like encourages the haters than than takes it away. It seems to be like a massive L. But if he was done with this YouTube, or he was getting to the point where he was done and he just wanted to make some money, I mean like OnlyFans would be a good way to start. This could be the IDUBBZ cash out plan.
It's a cash out for what? 40K, 50K, 100K? I don't know, man.
Oh, that's
these guys.
Well, I mean, you know, it could
you
be a
have
month.
no idea.
I mean,
dude, these guys hold their reputations up in such high regard. These big, super big YouTubers. It's so important to them. That's very difficult for me to digest with my experience in the last couple of years. You know.
Well, I
doubt he'd want to.
There was like,
who wants to go out as
sorry,
simp? Who wants to go out as simp? You know, because that's how he went out. That's how he cashed out. There's no other way to cash out other than to have everybody remember you as the guy that said it was okay to jerk off to his girlfriend.
This could just be like part one of like, you know, this could be the starting
like a
stage
Mojo
of cashing in.
fucking 3D, 4D chess move. I hope you're right. You're probably wrong.
Yeah, probably. But there is like, what was it?
You're getting tinfoil Tommies in the chat, by the way. But COVID pandemic is going on, and some of you are acting like my pussy being exposed on the internet is a real tragedy. Well, that's a good point. I'm more concerned with the shit that I learned about you after this drama.
Is experimenting on 10 children to obtain a cure for thousands of kids' lives justified? That's a really hard question, and I think if people are being 100% honest, they'd give you a different answer than what you're expecting. As terrible as the Holocaust was, obviously it was horrendous, and how disgusting the doctor was that did the experiments on people. Gay people, handicaps, twins. I think that's. And obviously, they were obviously Jewish, or they did it on Jewish people. They found a couple of really groundbreaking discoveries through that experimentation.
Jew girl, what have you learned? Then embarrassment seeps in. ANISA, that I'm not perfect, and there are plenty of out-of-context clips. This is how I know she's a psychopath. I'm not perfect, followed by, it's not by fault. You sound like every psycho girlfriend I ever had. You said the Holocaust was bad because human testing the Germans did on unwilling tortured people. That's not what she said. That's not what I said. The full context of the clip is talking about the butterfly effect and why it's scary to mess with the past. Yeah, we might have those really scary discoveries, those scary important discoveries that you can't name. Oh God, what a brainlet.
You're a whore. You're a whore, just admit it. You're a whore, you whore yourself out online, you whore yourself out in front of your family and your friends. You're a whore, plain and simple. Just admit that you're a whore and a slut and a harlot.